Okay, we're going to make a V-neck starting right now. So take a look here. These are measurements I need to figure out. I need to figure out the hip bone to armpit, the waistline, and the hip bone to shoulder. Once I've got those, they're going to help me build it. So let's do hip bone to armpit. I'm going to go from here. My hip bone is right here, and up to my armpit is right here. I'm going to call that 19 inches. So I'm going to write a 19 right there. That's 19 inches. Okay, next I'm going to do hip bone to shoulder. So I do the same thing, but now I go up to the top of my shoulder. It's going to be up here. And that's going to be 28 inches. Okay, so this is 28 inches right here. So now I'm going to do my waistline divided by 2 plus 4. So this is a tricky one. This is one where you got to do a little bit of math. And the reason we do waistline divided by 2 is that you have a front and a back. So you need 2 pieces to get around. And we do the plus 4 because if you don't do the plus 4, it tends to be really tight. So the plus 4 is to make it so that it fits a little bit better. So my waistline, around my BlackBerry, of course, is 36. Okay, so let's think about this. It's waistline divided by 2 plus 4. So 36 divided by 2 is 18. Thank you. 18 plus 4 is 22. Okay, so what I've got here is a main rectangle that is has a height of 28 and a base of 22. So 22, 28. Okay? Now we've got these little triangles cut out here. So the base of the triangle is 3, and the height of the triangle is the difference between this one and this one. So if this is 28 and this is 19, then the height is going to be 9. Okay, so I've got this triangle. I actually have 2 of them. The base is 3, the height is 9, so 3 times 9 is 27. 27 divided by 2 is 13 and a half. So here we go. We got 22 times 28. We end up with 616 plus, it should be minus, shouldn't it? It should be minus 2. I don't know why it says plus. Minus 2 times 13 and a half. So if it's 13 and a half, then minus 3/4 of the area of the circle. Now if the diameter of the circle is 8, the radius is 4. And 4 squared is 16. So it's going to be 16 pi is the area of this circle. 3/4 of 16 pi is 12 pi. And if pi is a little more than 3, then what we're going to do is going to call it 36 plus probably 2, 38. That's about right, because it's a little bit more than 3 times 12. Okay, and this is approximate. So what we have is 616 minus 2 times 13 and a half, which is 27, minus approximately 38. So 616 minus 27 is, let's see here, 589 minus 38 is 551. So 551 inches squared is the area of piece number 1. Piece number 2. Well, this rectangle here is exactly the same as this rectangle. So it's, again, going to be 616. What we've got here is that this one is also 13 and a half. So, and then it's going to be 1/4 of 16 pi. So 1/4 times 16 is 4 pi. And 4 times pi is a little bit more than 12. We'll call it 12 and a half is probably the best way to call it. So now it's 616 minus, it shouldn't say plus, it should say minus, minus 27 minus 12 and 1/2. So 616 minus 27 is, again, what was it, 589 minus 12 and a half. 589 minus 12 and a half is 576 and 1/2. Okay, so that's about right. Now the one thing to consider is that what we're going to do is we're going to go from this part here, and instead of cutting a half circle, we're going to cut a 45, 45, 90 triangle. So this is interesting. If the distance here across is 8, then this is 4, 4, and the 4 square root of 2. Now 4 square root of 2 is 4 times 1.4, or 5.6, approximately 5 and 5/8 inches. So 5 and 5/8, 5 and 5/8, and then we've got this. But anyway, we've got our areas. Next, we'll move on to here. So we've got to get piece 3, which is the sleeves. So shoulder to elbow, we're going to call X. So that's up here. Shoulder is here. Oops. Shoulder is here. Elbow is here. I'm going to say 10 inches for this one. Now watch the way this works. If this is 10, and we're calling X 10, then 10 minus 3 is 7. So this one will be 7. Okay, now shoulder to armpit. We already got the shoulder to armpit. Actually, the shoulder to armpit is 28 minus 19, so it'll be 9. So that's going to be my measurement here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take the area of this trapezoid. So what we've got is base 1 plus base 2 divided by 2. So 10 plus 7 is 17. 17 divided by 2 is 8 1/2 times 9. So 9 times 8 is 72. 9 times 1/2 is 4 1/2. So it's 76 1/2 inches squared. There's going to be 4 of these, 2 fronts and 2 backs. So 4 times 76 1/2. 4 times 76 1/2. 4 times 75 is 300. 4 times 1 1/2 is 6. So it's going to be 306 inches squared. And that does it for the math. So the last thing we should do is total it up. So we'll take 551 plus 576 1/2 plus 306. And I'll do it right here. 551 plus 576. What was it? 576 1/2 plus 306. And what we get is 1/2, 13, 6, 11, 14, 1, 4. So 1,433 1/2 inches squared. And that does it for the math for the V-neck. The next video will be focused on making these cuts and starting to construct the shirt. Thanks a lot. Tune in. See you then.